Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Friday, 27th of September. So, what we got in store today then? Well, it's going to be a busy day, he says. I don't know, let's have a look. From a news point of view, we've got a member of the Bank of England speaking this morning, but it's unlikely to move the market. It's 8 o'clock, it's in just a few minutes he's speaking. Thereafter, 1:30, we've got core durable goods. It's a bit of a variable bit of data, this. It's the reason they look at the core durable goods as opposed to durable goods is it's so volatile in terms of the nature and the numbers. But that still it shows the sort of potential growth in the US, and personal spending is coming out at the same time. So again, good thermometer to see how the conditions are doing. So we'll watch out for those at 1:30, but until then we're left to our own devices, which wasn't a bad thing yesterday, was it? I mean, the market's just moved quite beautifully. See if they can do the same. So looking at the current situation then, well, we saw continued selling yesterday. This morning I'd love to see the daily pivot out of the way and maybe then look at the short side on the euro again. This current weakness seems to be the potential now. It's taken out near-term highs. In fact, I need to go way back to the weeklies here to show you where if I can get the weeklies on here. There we go, and squeeze this up a little bit. We're getting down to sort of my old level there, which was an old range of key support and resistance at its time. So we're getting back towards that 108 area at this rate, and it certainly looks like it's on the cards at some stage. Which ties up, I know the US, we've seen a dollar rally and everything else because of US impeachment potential, which is very unlikely, and everything that's running there, but it's driving the dollar at the moment, and the euro's in a weak place anyway, so it's just coming, it's a sort of a perfect storm, isn't it? So there we are with the euro. So rallies, well, look to be sold into if they can be. As I said, from that 60-minute chart there, well, daily pivot would be good if it gets out of the way. If it was to run through that, I'd stand aside, but at the moment looking for the short side. So the pound so continued its sell-off, not so strongly yesterday, but it's broken, and it looks like it's really heading towards that sloping daily 50 at the moment, and again uncertainty in the UK sort of adds to the storm. As we move, we're just literally a month away almost from the Brexit date, so we'll see what whips up, but we may see more selling before that time unless some sort of deal's made. Now, to me at the moment, I would try and draw a trend across here, but e-signal's just changed and updated, and it's gone a bit wobbly with me, but if you can see the two lows there, I'd be drawing a trend line, looking for a break of that trend line for the S1 this morning. If it pushes beyond its daily pivot post 8 o'clock, well then I'd step aside for now, but a sell into that hourly 50 would be pretty good either as well. And there we go. Alternatively, that's the word I was looking for. Dollar yen, well, the yen started to bounce up here. It's unusual that yen doesn't see the money running to it when it's the risk is off. But there we are. It's seeing a continuation, which is technically right and fundamentally right. Could yet still be seeing that daily 200 hit at some stage. The ranges of these daily moves are pretty small, but well, high lows, high highs, inverted head and shoulders there. It's all looks technically right for the upside, and it's already started pushing through the daily pivot through its weekly. R1 could be targeted to this morning and today at some point. May just need a little retrace to buy into. Okay, Aussie dollar. Oops. There we go. Aussie dollar. So the Aussie dollar been selling off, continued yesterday. It couldn't hold on to any gains it was starting to make. It's pitching up again at the moment, but really it's, as I say, it's more of a swing short than anything else. It's a funny old market. A lot of the time it chops along, and then we get a decent day down, and then we get a choppy day. So we've seen it in the past here, down, chop, well, a bit of an up day there, but then a big chop down, sell down, chop, bit of a move back. Maybe a trend line across the lows here would do a similar, be the sort of line in the sand here for more downside towards the AS1. The Canadian dollar, one that we of course don't talk about too much, do we, Ray? Well, there we go, not much to talk about. I looked at this yesterday, and I looked at it on this chart, and I said not a lot worth talking about there, and it's still not. It's still range bound within that between the 200 and the 50. It gets like this, and it has phases, months of when it's like this. To me, it's untradeable as it stands there. Right, New Zealand dollar. I said I would look at New Zealand dollar. New Zealand dollar, keep an eye on this, because at some point it may, and the line in the sand here, sorry, it may continue to the upside. May see some of the aggressive selling coming out of it. Although fundamentally there's quite a flaw to it. As I keep on saying, it's a little bit oversold in terms of the commitment. The traders report is showing me the sentiment's got so bearish on it that at some point it's likely to almost switch back. It has got a bit of divergence across these lows as well, but also there's a number of factors that may just see it sort of get some push. Now yesterday it ended up a little bit more positive than some of the other markets. Still choppy, still quite difficult. It is more of a swing opportunity when it comes, and it may be when it breaks the trend line between these two highs that are here on this hourly chart or the 4-hourly chart. You can just see the trend line there, or should be, you see the imaginary trend line that I've got drawn on there. There we go. So that's where we are with the markets this morning. As I say, watch out for 1:30, and have a great Friday, great weekend. See you next week. Bye for now.